Oh, go make the light. Oh, this is the light. Oh, but good morning. So we're waiting for this light to change. I had a few requests from the last video to talk about the right bike for you, or what's the right bike for me. And I get that a lot at parties and stuff. But yeah, I think we should talk a little bit about it. I had a request for it. Shout out to Jackie, thank you. Get that a lot. Beginner riders coming, small riders, tall riders, brand new out of the course is going to be the first ones. So first bikes, choices, yeah, you've got a few, but the main thing is when people call and they say what's the right bike for me, or I talk about it and what's the right bike for me, it's difficult for one reason. It's like trying to buy shoes over the phone. What's the right shoe for me? These look good, but do they fit? I see that all the time, you know. So I need actually to physically have you at the store or size the bike, but I can give you a few pointers as far as that goes. And you're taking the course, your first weekends, try to actually try a few different bikes if they let you. Most of them will. So on Sunday when you're feeling confident, you're good to go, just try a few. Like try a cruiser type, try a sport bike type, try a standard bike. And what I mean by those is cruiser is like a, you know, like Harley, Chopper, that type of thing. And just see what it's like, and find out which one fits you, the style you prefer. Feet forward like a cruiser, you know, that looks pretty good. Or maybe you like the more upright adventure style or standard bike, which is probably what you'll be trained on. The little dirt bikes that they give you, if they give you that. Or semi-sport. They might give you the CBR 125. A Grom is still considered a standard bike if you get to try one of those. Or you maybe you'll have a little Suzuki. I know they have Suzuki N125s, which is like a little cruiser, an old Rebel type style. See what you prefer. A lot of people like the cruisers because they get their feet down, you know, flat, and that's okay. You can still ride a bike with the balls of your feet, but what's important about that is as long as you can. I do a test for people when they come into the showroom. I always go, try to walk it forward, and they sit on it and they try to walk it forward, and sometimes they can't even move. And then I'm like, okay, now back it up, because this is when you'll feel the weight of the bike. You'll feel it when you're moving it around, like in a parking lot or trying to park. Not when you're rolling. Once you're rolling, the gyroscopic effect takes over and everything's good. And it will feel light than when you're stopped. A lot of people have problems at lights because their natural tendency is to put the right foot down at a stoplight rather than the left foot. They have to scooch over from right or left, right or left. So they started on the right, the light changes, they've got to scooch over, make that shift, go and get their feet up. And I see a lot of people, what I call retracting the landing gear a little too soon. They leave the light and they're barely doing a mile, like a millimeter an hour, like, and they get the feet up right away, and they're up, and the bike instantly starts to wobble. And then they're dealing with that, and then they add gas, and then they wobble a bit more. Leave the feet down, let them drag a bit, take them off, go, get that bike flowing first, then bring the feet up. It works. Try it. You beginners, try that. See what you think. But yeah, that's pretty well it. You've really got to pick a style that you prefer, and then come in, go to a couple of showrooms. You can stop at mine, come say hi, and we'll look at a few entry-level bikes that I have. One that's very popular that I can't get, the Rebel. It's a cruiser style. It doesn't really remind me of a cruiser bike because your feet aren't forward. They're kind of forward, but they're down. What it reminds me of is when you sit on it, if you remember back in the day and you were 5, and you were on a pedal bike, you know, and you had your feet forward and you pedal, pedal, pedal. That's exactly the position. It's very weird. It's very odd. I don't know whether it's my size or what, but it's I got a lot of riders liking the position because the angle's not bad on their knee. They're forward, they're comfortable, and yeah, it's selling like a Tim Hortons coffee in the middle of a snowstorm, and I can't get enough. So those of you that are lucky enough to get one, you know, if you're seeing this in time, I've got one, a black, non-ABS, and maybe we'll talk about that in another video, the advantages and disadvantages of ABS, I guess. If there's a disadvantage to it, I want to talk a little bit about that in the next one, I think. But otherwise, yeah, just come in, try them on the shoes, walk around, you know, like they say, get them home, throw them in the closet. But yeah, as soon as we get through this traffic and I make it to work alive, we'll have a little chat again about bike sizes. Okay, we'll talk to you soon. See ya. For f***'s sakes.